You would drive.
Maybe across the street for change. Yeah.
Good morning. Easy.
Yeah. Well, this is actually the third day in a row we're doing something together.
There's a storm in California.
Yeah, the Pineapple Express, right? It's nice out today though. It's windy.
So, yeah.
You know.
We're not used to like.
Last night it was freezing in the house.
We've been here 7 years now,
so. Try 9.
Really?
Yeah, 2016.
So we're like.
Right.
When it comes to, I talk about cold
Oh,
weather.
going on 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always talk about. I like cold weather, but I don't think I can handle. Because this is way too cold for me.
Sometimes it feels like New Englandish.
And what's the weather today? Probably like 65.
Oh, I didn't check. I have this on, so I can't really look.
65 with heavy wind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You might have it. You probably have it right on the front of your phone.
Yeah, it's like bikini weather for East Coast.
Yeah, for New England.
Yes. But I do miss the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
But I think if I went back,
I think Frankie
after
Valley's
the
so I
third,
can still
fourth
catch
day,
on.
I'll get very depressed.
Oh yeah, no, I had enough of that. I had enough of that. Enough years there doing that bullshit. I always wanted to get out of there and be somewhere where I can have one change of clothes.
Yeah, it's just 69 with wind.
Oh, 69? Okay.
Yeah, but maybe it's because it's windy. Feels like 70, 76. Oh my God, we're still.
76 real feel?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess it's warmer than.
It's just windy.
Yeah. But the house during the night into this early morning was fucking freezing. I was telling me I was sleeping in the afternoon when she came home, and right before she came in, I was having this dream where I was walking through like a sort of rural kind of neighborhood, and someone had all their belongings out in front of their house, and for some reason I knew that the person who lived in the house had died. So they were just like cleaning the house out, maybe family, and they had all their stuff out front. And I noticed some Bowie stuff. And I walked over to it, and I'm like, oh, wow, cool. And then this guy comes behind me, and I was trying to find, and he's like, yeah, it's right over there. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, do you want one of these? Because he showed some interest, and he's like, yeah, whichever one you don't want. And there was a print, like a David Bowie print.
Yeah.
And then there was a labyrinth doll, but it was kind of gay. It was like a Barbie doll style labyrinth doll, Jared. But I gave him the doll because
you're being nice.
Yeah, I fucking wanted that doll. and then the next thing I know, you're like, hello, and I'm like, oh hey, okay.
And then
you just cost me a cool David Bowie print.
And then I just told you that's all what we talked about at work between me and my friend.
Labyrinth, yeah.
Yeah, and David Bowie.
Yeah, it's a synchronicity. The in that song that you remind me of the babe, you know that thing I always make you do, that's from Labyrinth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they steal a baby. It's all very dark, looking at it now with
everything
with the lens now, it's like, oh shit, it's always been here.
I think about when I was like 7th or 8th grade. I remember construction workers used to whistle when I passed by.
Yeah.
Now I think about it going, I was only 7th and 8th grade.
Oh yeah.
Back then, like, it wasn't a big deal, I guess.
It was different. It was a different time. It's still pervy. It's still like skeevy. But it was more socially acceptable.
Yeah, now you can't. Now you'd be canceled. And
you can't even look at a woman. Like, it's funny when I walk around and I see strangers or say hi to them, depending on the kind of vibe I get. When it comes to women, I almost never say hello. Just out of fear.
Right.
A lot of them say hi to me though. So once they say hi to me, then I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, this guy looks like I look non-threatening enough.
To see if that guy's okay, 'cause he doesn't look okay.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, like really drunk or something.
I didn't get my security system did not go off at all. I'm glad yours did. You know what? I thought I saw him yesterday though. The the reason I didn't look on is because I could have swore I saw him right there yesterday at the same time.
Really?
Yeah, he looks like an islander. Like he looks like a local guy, right?
Like he just got out of work. He looked like he's on.
Like dazed.
Yeah, he's something.
Oh, he can't hurt anybody because there's no one out. So, you know.
No, I feel like he's gonna hurt himself.
Oh
I
yeah.
know what he's doing.
Well, we had to give up on outreach a long time ago. Remember, huh?
Yeah.
When me and Mia first moved here, well, when she moved back here. Yeah, I know. That's good to think that way because no one else does. Yeah, when we first came here, I was so horrified by the homeless situation. I've never seen anything like it. We started taking people in our house to take showers, to sleep over. We had homeless guys sleeping on our floor. Nia would cook them food. In hindsight,
Christmas present.
it's fucking, yeah, in hindsight, it's a dumb idea. But at the time, I didn't know. I hadn't spent a lot of time with them. After a while, I get to realize, oh, a lot of these guys aren't homeless like because they missed a couple rent payments. They want to be. And a lot of them weren't looking at, they weren't looking at our kindness as kindness. They were looking at it like, oh shit, what else can I get from these dummies? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, because look at their lifestyle.
I know.
It's hard probably not to think that way.
I didn't know that stuff about them though. So for me, it was like, I gotta help these people.
Everything's opportunity.
Right. I didn't know that though, because we're coming at it from, you know, from a different angle.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't know that a lot of them don't want a place to live. And in fact, we've had guys that got houses to live in and they fucking fucked it up so they could get out on the street, and then they seemed twice as happy.
We had times where we left cold days, nights, 1 a.m. looking for your
Oh yeah,
people to give blankets.
I'd go out with blankets on the cold nights.
All your
or
clothes,
rainy nights. Yeah, I gave all my clothes. Yeah.
All the blankets.
I was
the
shocked
blankets
that.
we have. I could have probably opened a blanket store.
Yeah, we tried to become the Red Cross by ourselves. Because there was a naivety there. I'd never seen anything like it where I lived.
We probably we needed the Red Cross.
What's that?
We needed the Red Cross.
Oh yeah. And I noticed also when we were doing all that outreach stuff by ourselves, not a lot of other people were doing it. And in fact, they would tell us, "What are you doing?" Oh fuck yeah, we'll go this way, right? It's just for different. Yeah, we get a lot of people like, dude, why are you doing that? Like, because they need to fucking take a shower sometimes. They need a safe place to sleep. If it's rain, like you can't do that. And I'd be thinking, oh, what's wrong with this guy? This guy's just being he's being an asshole. No, I was being the asshole. You did it before I was here. When you were a kid growing up here in the neighborhood, you used to do it. And your mom would get mad.
Yeah, so you're stupid. Don't do that. It's so dangerous.
It is though.
Yeah, it is. But I was like, no, I'm a justice warrior. Now I look back.
I'm a social justice warrior.
Yeah. Now I look back. I was stupid.
Yeah, but we didn't know. It's not, because here's the thing. If you're not like a regularly an evil person, you don't look at evil in other people. You think, well, they can tell I'm trying to help, right? And it's like, no, they want to fucking take advantage of you. Some don't. Some are always very, like Buddy was always happy when we have him over or give him stuff, and John was thankful. Cole, a lot of guys were, but there's enough of an element. They do. They shoot themselves in the self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, big time. All the time. It's like they're more comfortable when they're on their back foot. You know what I mean? They want, and it's like when it boils down to it, the only thing, when I first started going around in the streets handing shit out, no one wants clothes, no one wants toiletries. They just want money, cigarettes, or drugs so that they don't have to take the money and go buy drugs. Or alcohol too. I mean, I'll still give people money and cigarettes and stuff, but I don't do like I used to do. No one comes up to the house anymore. No one sleeps on the floor with us anymore. Think how crazy that is. We're sleeping in bed and there's just some dude on the floor that we really don't know all that much about. We're lucky, like, who I don't even want to think about it, but it was a learning curve. For the one guy out of 10 that appreciates it and will take your help and try to do something with it, it's like 1 in 10, right? Maybe less than that. I don't even know. But at any rate, we had to stop doing it. You know, we just because we had too many bad experiences. Like, and we were always like, I'm like, why would he do that? It's like, what do you mean, why would he do that? You fucking retard. I just didn't know because I'd never lived in a city that was this inundated with homeless. They were a significant part of the population.
You see more, they're not in a shelter, too.
Well, up in New England, the weather is such that, you know, they'll freeze to death. Here, it's like people, and plus it's a destination for homeless here, too.
Yeah, you just sleep on the floor. You see new people all the time.
They get dropped off in our neighborhood, like right at where the Aloe is, and you see them come walking up the street. They all have the same black bag, and they all end up going to the Princess Park. And I figured this out on my own, and then I watched a documentary that was on YouTube about a guy who's not from here, but he came here to do a thing on the homeless, and he was talking to different homeless people, and that's exactly what happens. They get dropped off in Waikiki. He didn't say exactly the area, he just said Waikiki. They get dropped off from the airport, and yeah, it's right over by where I live. Because they all, you know, they're not on a schedule, like it's not a regular, like every Tuesday or every month. It's just one day I'll just notice 2 or 3 guys coming up the street with the black bags. And I'm like, oh, they got dropped off. And then those same guys will go to the park and they'll kind of hang there until they figure out what's going on. Some will stay there for months. They'll just lay on the wall there. You know? Yeah, there's, although it's not nearly like it was before. Like when I first moved here, but when you grew up here, there wasn't anything like that.
Yeah.
But when I first came here, it was like, there was like tents everywhere. Like right now, there would be tent. And yeah, they figured something out. I don't know, but in the past couple of years, or certainly since lockdown, there hasn't been that kind of presence here anymore.
Sorry to interrupt you, but remember the last time?
You're not interrupting me. Yeah.
Yeah, at the show. Did you like the bubble one or just regular one?
I don't like bubble.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah, I don't like the bubble one because they get stuck in the straw. Like bubble tea? You mean? You mean
no, bubbles, like
carbonation?
Beer.
Oh yeah, I like that. That was good. The last one,
yeah.
the last one was good.
Oh, okay. That's
that
it's
last
called
one was good.
Nitro Brew.
I like that a lot.
It's like Guinness of coffee.
Good. Is that what you're getting this morning?
No, I don't know which one you want.
I'll have any one.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I do videos with you, and I just do all the blabbing. I know.
Go to the front.
I'm gonna go over there with you.
Okay. Can we cross? Oh
yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm with you. I'm with the POC. Of course, I can cross the street. By myself, I would get a ticket. I know the tricks. So, yeah, you gonna get out early or what? Maybe, possibly. Pa?
Oh, what?
You getting out early?
Yes.
Okay. You have no problem opening this one?
Yes. No, I'm talking to Dirk.
Oh, okay. All right. Have a good day, Bum. In case you. Goodbye.
Love you.
Thank you, Bum. I'll see you in a minute. A lot of stuff in the news about aliens. There are no aliens. There's no such thing as space aliens. Because there's no such thing as space, as it's been explained to us. There are no planets. None of that shit. It's science fiction. There's the firmament above, which is a barrier that nothing's going to get through. It's certainly not a spaceship. The NASA program creates graphic art. The space shuttles, the big rocket thrusters that are attached to them, are hot air balloons. helium balloons a few years ago. They had this helium shortage, and I remember there's this guy from Detroit in the Senate. I forget his name, but he's hilarious, and I hope I can think of it when I'm editing this. But he was talking about the U.S. military presence on Guam. He was afraid that if too much of our troops landed there, it would capsize the island because it would make one side of the island too heavy. Yeah, this guy, there was a time when there was a helium shortage, and they're making kind of a big deal about it. And I'm like, who the fuck uses helium? And he was saying that they had to deregulate these things so that the purchase of helium wouldn't be so, there wouldn't be so much red tape with it. And I'm like, are the clowns having trouble fucking... At this time, I didn't know about the whole NASA using helium to blow up these giant balloons that look like space shells. And he's like, can you imagine a world without helium? How it would affect the clowns who make a child happy without helium? And this was also tying into that clown summer. They do this stuff, it's weird, like they always present all these different things connected somehow, or I connect them, I guess. But yeah, it was before I realized how much helium NASA was using. And I guess I think what they were trying to do at the time was try to keep it so that they wouldn't have to declare their helium purchases. They weren't mentioning NASA in this whole regulation of helium. They kept bringing up clowns for birthday parties, and it was important that they deregulate. If I had to boil it down in a layman's way, it was so you wouldn't know they were buying such large quantities of helium. Because around that time, people were saying that, like, why is fucking NASA purchasing all this helium? And I don't think at the time I knew what they were using it for. I think it was a couple years later that I found out what the deal with that was. You started seeing those photographs of the half-deflated space shuttles and the half-deflated rockets. You know, I could pull some up online. I'll throw them up here. But yeah, that's what that was all about. And the fact that the only thing they could come up with was clowns and how it would affect the clown community. And the capsizing island Guam guy was straight-faced. He was trying to deliver it like it was some tragic thing. But his delivery and his stupidity just made it so that, you know, it was parody. And I remember thinking how weird that was. And at the time I thought, oh, they're just trying to tie it into Horror Clown Summer. I don't know if you remember that. Well, of course you probably do. That summer where they had all those creepy clowns that were showing up. That psyop. I feel like life has turned into that meme with the cat with the tinfoil hat that says, wake up, psyop, wake up, psyop, wake up. Yeah, that's all it is, really. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna ease on down the road up here and see what's going on this morning. If anything interesting happens, I'll fire it back up. But yeah. Hi, Mom. Say bye, Neil. Don't blame the teacher. Blame the school. Oh, I'm always careful.